This mastermind stuff is so hard.
Dude, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out what a mastermind is.
Dude, a mastermind is the secret to success. Dude, I've cracked the code, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you exactly what is a mastermind, why you need a mastermind, and how you can win the money game and understand the programming for success and freedom. So what is a mastermind? Well, it's a game, it's also a movie, and it's also a villain.
My world, my rules, my choice of weapons. Pessimist.
But none of those things are going to make you a ton of money, and they certainly aren't going to make you fulfilled. So check it out. I've got this classic book here, Think and Grow Rich, from Napoleon Hill, the original unedited 1937 edition, which is incredible because it's almost 100 years now that this book has been out there. But you know what? There's still a ton of people that are living in poverty. This book says at the top, for men and women who resent poverty, and I am one of them. Now, I don't know if you are, but if you are, you got to look at this one section under the mastermind. And I literally tore a page out of the book. Well, not literally, it's still in here. But look, in this section here, I want to read a section to you on gaining power through the mastermind. Napoleon Hill writes that the mastermind may be defined as a coordination of knowledge and effort in a spirit of harmony between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. Now, as long as we can go back, all great companies and efforts were put together with this spirit of harmony from more than one mind. Because any person that has just one perspective on life is limited versus somebody who brings in many perspectives from different people. And through that coordinated effort, the conversation around it, you create this third mind, you create this multiple possibility through the power of the mastermind. And so I created a mastermind group 8 years ago, and it has been thriving in helping people move in a spirit of harmony toward richness through passive income vehicles, richness in their relationships by improving their communication style and raising their level of presence, and also improving their health and wellness by becoming conscious of what this vehicle, your body, needs to operate at the highest possible level. A mastermind group that has values that you appreciate is going to be the game changer. So let's talk about a mastermind and what are some of the components of the mastermind that make it so powerful. First of all, let me frame it to you this way, is that your friends are comfortable with your present and your mentors are comfortable with your future. People in your mastermind are more in the category of mentors because they're simply going to provide a context of support, encouragement, and challenge, where your friends are going to view simply more support and community. So when you're around other people that agree that you're growth-based, then the conversation goes in that direction. And then we actually break it up so that there's groups of 6 people that meet every week or every second week, and they hold each other accountable and they support, encourage, and challenge each other to hit their goals. So we've kind of hacked what works and what doesn't work, but at the end of the day, the power of the mastermind rests in this concept of support, encouragement, and challenge within an ecosystem of agreed upon goals. And when you do it that way, that positive peer pressure can be imported in there where you don't want to be the weakest link and you don't want to let down other people. So you end up stepping up in your daily activities, which moves you forward 1%, and you compound that on top of each other. And before you know it, we have people that have lost 100 pounds, not overnight, but by just changing the way they eat and changing the way they show up day in and day out. We have people that run Ironman now. We have people that quit smoking, that have stopped drinking, that have changed completely the way that they see themselves, their identity, because of the positive forces of the community of the mastermind. So if you have not availed yourself of the power of the mastermind, you're missing out on a crucial component of success. The most successful people I know all have a group of people they call mentors in a collective, harmonious setting to achieve more, called the power of the mastermind. So why do you need a mastermind? Well, you don't need a mastermind, but if you want to live an epic life, if you want to accelerate and compress time, then you do need a mastermind. I'll give you an example. I tried doing real estate on my own because I was too ashamed that I didn't know what I was doing. I was too embarrassed to access my own courage and to admit that I needed some help. But I became desperate in the second year after only selling one property in the first year, and I got some mentorship. I got to be part of a group of people that knew more than me, and I went on and sold 32 properties. The power of the mastermind accelerates. It exposes your blind spots. It gives you different perspectives. It allows you to see something that you didn't know that you didn't know. It's like going down the river on your own and trying to battle the rapids, not knowing what's around the next corner, versus going with a group of people where people have different forms of experience. Avengers!
Assemble.
So now imagine being part of a mastermind group where somebody has experience when it comes to the trucking industry, and somebody else in real estate and stocks and in business acquisition and in e-marketing and in podcasts and in blogging. And then you put this group together, and the cross-pollination is ridiculously powerful because everybody has a perspective that's different from your perspective. But collectively, you create something super powerful. So your network goes up. In fact, we sometimes say that your network is your net worth. So if you want to avail yourself of accelerating and compressing time and getting results more rapidly, then get yourself into a mastermind group and harness the power of the collective mindset. I remember going to a Tony Robbins event many years ago and deciding that I was going to join his mastermind group, Platinum Partners. And it was so expensive. It was like $100,000, but I felt like I wanted to be close to Tony. What I didn't know was that the benefit was going to be a lot about the people I was hanging out with. There was one guy that gave me an idea 3 months in that made me $100,000 a year for the next 7 years and allowed me to sell one of my companies for a higher multiple, because he was thinking like a multimillionaire and I was thinking like, well, a zillionaire, no, a zero-aire. You know, I wasn't at the level he was at, so I didn't have the perspective that he had. So when you're part of a mastermind group, it increases your access to other people, it increases your net worth, it increases your ability to take action. And ever since then, what I've done is I decided that I was going to curate my own group. And what I wanted and what I valued was this concept of the whole life millionaire. People that weren't going to give up their health or their relationships to become wealthy. And there's a simple reason, is pain creates purpose. I ran real estate offices for many years and I watched realtors sacrifice their family and their health to gain their wealth. And then later they had to spend their wealth to get back their health. And often it was too late because they didn't spend any time. They ended up divorced and diabetic and out of shape and struggling in their life. Sure, they were millionaires, but they were only millionaires in one area of their life. So in my group, M1, I divided my life into 8 areas. And what we do is we, with intention, go into the different areas of our life: spirituality, health and vitality, career, investments, etc. And we go in and we look for the blind spots. We call it weeding the garden. Find out what's working in your life, find out what's not working, and then access the collective mindset and the disciplines we have set up within that. And guess what? After years of doing this, we've noticed that there are patterns, there are differences. You may have heard the saying before that success leaves clues. In other words, we know what works in each of the 8 gardens, and we know what doesn't work. And when we can point that out to somebody that comes in that has a blind spot because they haven't focused on that area of their life, they get accelerated progress. So let me ask you, what have you been focusing on in your life? So many people focus on the problems in their life. They focus on what they don't have. They focus on what's not working. They focus on wishing they were further down the road than they are today. But when you come into part of a mastermind group, you focus on learning and growing and accessing the wisdom of the collective group. And then guess what? Everything happens with less effort. Everything happens with more grace. The opportunities that were right in front of you, the stock tips that you said no to because you doubted, the investments with double-digit returns that you didn't have confidence in, you start to dive into. The people that encourage you to eat better and behave better and communicate better and respond versus react start to rub off on you. There is nothing, in my opinion, more important than choosing the people you're going to spend time with. So you've probably heard this before. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend time with. So check it out. Look around. Are you hanging out with millionaires in all of these different areas of your life? People that are healthier, wealthier, happier, more fulfilled than you are? And if not, when would now be a good time to upgrade the group of people that you're living with? I know for me, I have many people that are much smarter than me, that are much healthier than I am in so many areas of my life that I get pulled forward to step up and to improve my life. And that is exciting because we can all relate, I think, that progress equals happiness in most cases. But if you're the smartest person, if you're pulling the people around you, if you're the one that's the wealthiest, guess what? It means that you're being dragged back by the people around you. So it's time maybe to select a new group of people that challenge you. And I know, it can be a little bit scary. It can be a little bit like, oh, I don't know. And even sometimes people have this little voice inside of themselves, like, what do you mean invest in myself? Maybe there's a part of you that doesn't feel worthy. Maybe there's a part of you that doesn't feel like you're gonna follow through because you have books on your shelf you never read or a program that you bought that you haven't applied. I get it. But maybe what was missing was the component of accountability. To be surrounded by people that truly care in a spirit of harmony to help you live your best life. So why do you need a mastermind? You need it for a lot of reasons, but most importantly, to avail yourself of the 5 people that you're gonna spend time with, their energy, their mindset, and get an upgrade. So you're not the smartest, sexiest, most beautiful, smartest person in the room, but you're surrounded by a bunch of people that call on you to be the highest version of yourself.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got it.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, yes!
Got it, buddy.
All right.
Boom. That's all you need is a mentor in a mastermind group. And with that, you have the power to achieve anything.
Thank you.
All right, you did a great job, man.